I don't give a fuck about what nobody dad say. Period. Like, I don't care. I'm Magic Johnson. I'm Luke Walton. I'm coaching the Lakers. I'm running the Lakers. Why do I care what someone's dad has to say? Like, literally. You know how many critical fathers there are? They just don't have the platform that Lavar Ball has given himself. So it's like, why do we care what this dude's dad has to say?
Even when I saw it was this Isaiah Thomas video that was on Fox Sports Net. I think it's Fox Sports Net, right? And they were just
no. It's on the Players Tribune.
No, it was on the TV show when Isaiah Thomas was on. I think first the show with Nick Wright and
First Things First. He went on to First Things First. Okay.
And he was like, this isn't the first time a franchise or the league or like players have had to deal with like
old Isaiah or Lil Zeke.
Old Isaiah.
Oh, okay.
Like, yo, this isn't the first time that somebody's had to deal with this. And then he gave like story of his family. He was like, yo, like my uncle one day walked up to the arena with no tickets with just like 12 of like family members and was like, yeah, I'm Isaiah uncle, we need to get in here right now at Indiana University. And they would like, whatever, just let them all in. Then like he said his mom would sometimes come to the Pistons arena with fried chicken she cooked at home and a gun and get drunk in the stands.
And a gun?
Yeah, like she would have a gun on her, she'd be eating fried, she would come like with fried chicken cooked and get hella lit in the stands. And then be like yelling stuff down to the court. And they be like, Isaiah, could you tell your mom to like? And he was like, I can't say nothing to her. Like,
what the fuck you want me to say to my mom? What's Lonzo supposed to say to his dad? Dad, can you stop talking? He's like, I will whoop your motherfucking ass. You are 19 years old. I will whoop your motherfucking ass.
Don't think because you in the NBA, you just like, I will beat your like, what the fuck you supposed to say to his dad? Which is why, for me at first, going back, even last year when I said, yo, if he could hoop, he could hoop. Mm-hmm. They not gonna play against you no harder just because like I don't think nobody has came into the game and played against Lonzo any harder. They come out there playing like they gonna play every single night. I think we make a big deal out of it. And even if the boy could hoop, the boy could hoop.
Yeah.
You could play against LeBron as hard as you want to play against LeBron with as much motivation. But LeBron is LeBron.
Yeah.
If he could hoop, he could hoop.
Yeah.
And so far, I think he's been hooping. Y'all motherfucking dumbass people on Twitter need to stop saying Lonzo ain't been hooping. The man averaging, what was it? 8, 7, and 7?
Yeah.
With a block? No, with a steal and a half and damn near a block a game?
Yeah.
If that goes up 3 points, that's a triple-double. If the man never learned how to shoot.
And he's top 10 in assists right now, and he's a rookie.
If the man never learned how to shoot, he Rondo. Rondo a full-time All-Star, and Rondo wasn't 6'6".
Rondo deserves to be a Hall of Famer.
And Rondo wasn't 6'6".
If Chris Paul deserved to be a Hall of Famer, Rondo does too.
And Rondo wasn't even 6'6".
Exactly. And Rondo
and
also
Lonzo ain't put on NBA weight yet.
And Rondo also tore his ACL.
And Lonzo ain't even put on NBA weight yet. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Lonzo, actually, speaking of Lonzo, hooper or nah, he is, I don't know what team he's on at this point in time, but he's averaging 28.3 fantasy points a game. That's very good.
It's amazing.
And he's still shooting terribly. This year, in terms of his totals, Lonzo has made 83 field goals. He has made 16 free throws. He has 166 rebounds, 168 assists, 34 steals, 23 blocks, only 63 turnovers, compared to 168 assists. And he has scored 210 points this year.
But he's been getting better. Like, even like looking at more recent Lakers game, I think Lakers games, all of them are being a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, I even saw him, actually, I think twice in the same game, he took the ball off a rebound and took it straight up court into the rim. Like, twice in that Sixers game. And one, he finished through contact.
Yeah. I mean, I think, and I brought up Lonzo's fantasy, and I brought it up for a reason. And actually, let's actually take this and let's, turn this into like hooper or nah. But for hooper or nah, I'm not going to say Lonzo is a hooper or nah because he's not on my team, so I don't know how he's affecting the team. But just looking at even his fantasy statistics in a league where we have it where it's about total points, you see across the board how many different areas he can get you. Like, he's getting you 83 points from field goals made. He's made 16 free throws, which honestly I think Lonzo, in order for him to ever become a better scorer, he has to be more aggressive at going toward the rim and drawing contact.
I agree.
He's 6'6", so there's no reason why even at Lonzo's very worst, he can be at Lonzo's worst. Not saying that they are on the same level in terms of offensive skill set, but at his very worst, he could be a terrible version of Harden.
Yeah.
At the very worst, he's a terrible version of Harden. Now, if he learns how to go to the rim, get the contact, and finish strong, and he gains a little bit more weight, and he finally can fix his shot, even if he doesn't change it totally, but just changes some of the mechanics of it. So that way it's not totally so him pulling it from the side. Even if it's just him drawing it up, and it's still the same, similar type of form, if he can just fix some of the mechanics with it without totally reshaping his form, and get up to a 45% field goal shooter and a 35% three-point shooter, that's lethal for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to turn into an offensive juggernaut.
He's still gonna. I'm telling you,
he could legitimately average 18, 9, and 9.
Bro, I'm telling you, one day he's
same number. Actually, the same numbers Russell is putting up this year. And he'll be an all-star, and he deserves to be an all-star based off those numbers. To me, Russ this year is Lonzo's ceiling. Not necessarily what he was last year when he was going crazy with the MVP, but 22, 9, and 8, or 22, 9, and 9, that's Lonzo's ceiling to me. And Russ doesn't shoot well from 3 or from the field goal.
And then you got to add in the fact that me personally, I think he'll be an all NBA defender one day.
He damn near might make second team this year because Patrick Beverly is hurt, and the only people that he really got to contend with so far is really like Avery Bradley.
He won't get the credit for it, and I could fight. He'll be in contention with Kyle Lowry, Chris Paul. No, it's a lot of guys. Lowry, Chris Paul. They'll probably if Conley can come back, he'll get into John Wall. Kyle Lowry, John Wall. He'll be in contention with John Wall.
Okay. Yeah.
Regardless,
I still feel like he probably plays defense better than all of those guys.
He has really,
with the exception of KCP and the first guy.
I think he has potential to play defense better than, or definitely potential, because the one thing I always talk about that I've been noticing, good defensive principles. The main thing I say about Russ is not that he's a bad defender. Like, I've seen Russ at times when he's focused and locked down, actually lock in, stay in front of the man and guard him. But he reaches too fucking much, which always leads him to be out of position, which is why when he said he don't watch film, I dead ass believe that man don't watch film, because he has awful defensive principles. The thing about Lonzo is he doesn't, which is why a lot of guys don't average a lot of steals, but they're still really good defenders. They don't reach. And Lonzo's still giving you a steal and a half a game. So he knows when to reach, he knows when to jump passing lanes, and he still has really good defensive principles.
Lonzo's averages through, and then we could just read them off, and then we can talk about who, because I got a player for Hooper now. But Lonzo at this point through 24 games is averaging 8.8 points per game, 2.6 turnovers, 1 block, 1.4 steals a game, 6.9 rebounds a game. He's shooting 50% from the free throw line, which is terrible. He's shooting 24% from the three-point line, which is also terrible, and 31% from the field goal range. But he's giving you all across the board. He could probably finish this season bringing his field goal percentage up probably to around 45%, and he can probably bring his three-point up to around like 30.
I'm gonna read
He's taking 4.8 a game.
Listen,
go ahead.
I'm gonna read to you Jason Kidd's rookie numbers. Played 79 games, played 33 minutes a game. He shot 38% from the field, 27% from 3, and shot 69% from the free throw line. He gave you 5.4 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 1.9 steals, 3.2 turnovers, and 11.7 points a night.
Yeah.
So at the very worst, don't those numbers look somewhat similar to Jason's Kidd numbers?